What's going on YouTube, man? Welcome back to another video. Now listen, if this is your first time over here on my channel, or if you're a returning supporter, make sure to hit that like button and hit that post notification bell so you don't miss whenever I upload great content like this one. Now listen, everything you guys will be needing from me will be posted down in my description box. So make sure you guys are being interactive with me. Make sure you guys are going back and liking all of my videos. Listen, man, you are doing God's work if you are sharing my videos and liking my videos, because overall, the message will be getting out to people who needs it. So listen, man, make sure you guys are doing that for me. So now, without further ado, let's jump right into the video. So listen, guys, for those of you guys who may still be watching the sites, we all fall short of the glory of God. And I get that, right? Especially as men today, we are going to be tempted a lot by these Jezebels out in the world. Not all women are Jezebels, but a majority of women nowadays have that Jezebel spirit. And a lot of men has that Jezebel spirit as well. I'm not just going to throw women under the bus. So listen, man. The sites is actually ruining your life in numerous ways. Numerous ways. I've built my channel around, no fab semen retention. I've built my channel around this. So a lot of you guys know that I am completely anti. I don't know if I'm gonna get away with the full word, so I'm gonna just say orography. So a lot of you guys know I am against watching the orography. And here's why. Because whenever we indulge in watching two people lay down, we feel bad about ourselves. We feel bad about what we are doing because we know it is wrong. Especially if you're a Christian, right? If you have the Holy Spirit within you and you're watching the orography, you're going to feel heavy, and I mean heavy, conviction because you know it is wrong. That's how you know, saved or not, we're not even supposed to be partaking in these things. Because just the act is wrong. You might not be the one smashing that girl that you're watching, but just the fact that you're watching, you're guilty by association, brother. Seriously, you're guilty by association, and that is how God views it. Right? Now, our God is a merciful, he's a forgiving God who's just to forgive, right? So we might be more harder on ourselves. Like, man, I feel bad for the fact that I just released my seed. I feel bad for, partaking in such thing. But God is so merciful that he won't judge us in the same way that we might judge ourselves. Now I'm not saying that God isn't disappointed. I'm not saying that God isn't probably looking down like, man, what are you doing? I thought you were following me. I thought you were denying yourself, right? I'm not saying that God is probably not looking down on us like that. But he's not a God that's going to be judging us in a sense like, oh, you're weak. Oh, you should be ashamed of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, our God is not like that. So I just wanted to clear the air about that. But the site is completely ruining your life because you are comparing yourself to other men. You're comparing yourself to other men, which is unrealistic. God made you who you are to fulfill a specific purpose, right? So whenever you compare yourself to other people, it is pointless because he made you for a specific reason, just like how he made that person that you're comparing yourself to for a specific reason. So we must stop comparing ourselves to other people because no one can be you and you can't be nobody else because we're all unique in our own way. So that is how the sites or the orography gets us, because we are now looking at unrealistic expectations that we cannot simply meet, which is going to put you down, which is going to lower your confidence and your self-esteem. It's going to put you down as a man. Right? Now, when you get around women in the real world, you're not going to know how to talk to women. You're not going to know how to carry yourself. You're not going to have any confidence, right? You're not going to have any substance because all you're doing is comparing yourself to what you see on a screen, right? Be proud of who God has made you to be. Be proud of what size God gave you. Be proud of your height. Be proud of who you are. Be proud of how you look, right? Because like I said, God created you for a purpose, right? So that is how the sites is ruining your life, because you are comparing yourself. Stop comparing yourself to these people, because little do you know, we don't know how some guy might have a bigger piece than yours, right? He might have used steroids. You know, let's talk about the gym for a second. We don't know if that guy in the gym that you're probably perceiving bigger than you, you don't know if he used steroids. You don't know what you don't know if he's taking shortcuts to look as big as he does, right? So we got to stop comparing ourselves to people, because we never truly know. So listen, the site, the way it's set up, and I mentioned this in my previous video. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. But these people are very sick, twisted individuals. We know about the plot twists in the scenes. We know about the type of scenes these people come up with, and it's for a purpose, and it is to destroy you and to perverse your mind. I'm sure you know, right? These people, these production companies, they take everyday situations and they twist it so that you, who are a consumer, can go out in real life and perverse and do the same thing, right? Why do you think after you watch the sites for a long period of time, you start going out and you start sexualizing every single thing or situation that you see or that you're in? That is the effects of watching the sites, right? Subconsciously, these things are downloaded in your mind, right? You might be in the doctor's office and you're like, man, it's just me and my nurse up in here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's little things like that that will affect your mind, brothers and sisters. And that's what I'm trying to show you. That is how dangerous this thing is. Pornography is like a drug. I'm gonna be honest. It's like a drug. It's very addicting. And if you don't loose these bonds and strongholds that it has over your mind, it will, and I repeat, it will destroy you. So pornography is destroying a lot of people's lives in numerous ways. And I was on the path of letting it ruin my life as well. Because I remember back in high school, I used to come home every single day from a stressful day, and I would just release my seed because I was chasing something that I didn't have within myself. I was chasing something that I felt was missing. I was constantly chasing a high, right? And that's why I felt, whenever I would release my seed, I would be getting rid of stress. But whole time, I would just be losing confidence. I would be lowering my self-esteem, right? All these things the sites was taken from me more than adding to me. And this is when I realized, what is the purpose? Why am I doing this? Right? What is the purpose of watching the sites if it is only taken from your life and not adding anything valuable into your life? Right? And that's why the Bible talks about, do not be deceived by Satan's devices, because these phones are literally in our hands and we have quick access to watching women we might see on a day-to-day basis get undressed. And that's just the reality. And this is why a lot of people do it, because there's women who they might feel like, oh, she's out of my league. Oh, I see these type of women on Instagram. I'll probably never get her, right? These negative self-talk is another reason why a lot of men, right, resort to the sites. It stems from low self-esteem, right? You don't have any value as a man. You don't value yourself, right? You don't value your capabilities and who God has created you to be, right? Or you might just not simply know who God has created you to be, and that's fine. But that is how the sites is ruining your life, because you now have easy access to women who you might see on Instagram. Excuse me for the background noise as well. You now have easy access to women who you see in real life. You know, you might see a certain type of woman in the gym. You might see a certain type of woman on Instagram, you know, and you now have the access in your pockets through your phone, Satan's device, to watch these women get undressed, right? And get violated, literally violated. I'm just being honest, right? So that is how it's ruining your life, because now you don't want to go pursue a woman. Why should you pursue a woman when you have everything through your phone, right? If you have a certain type in a woman, right? Let's say you like a woman who's got long hair, right? She got a nice body. What makes you feel motivated to go pursue this woman in real life if you can just find her or someone just like her through pornography, right? And it sounds twisted because it's like, why would you want to see another man getting busy with a woman you would essentially want? You know, this is how this pornography twists our mind, and it turns us into these monsters. And this is what I want you guys to realize, because it is ruining you as a man or a woman, because it's not only men into these type of things, women also, right? So psychologically, subconsciously, it is taking a toll on your mental health, right? It is ruining the way you think. It is ruining the way you view women. It is ruining the way you think about life situations, right? And it plays a toll on your mental health a lot, whether you notice it or not, right? Because there's times where you're probably scrolling for the perfect video, which doesn't exist, right? And when you do find the perfect video, you release like that. So it's like, what's the point? It's all vain, you guys. And then when you release like that, then you have the post-nut clarity, and you're like, man, why did I do that? And then that's when the shame kicks in, the guilt, right? You start negatively talking yourself down, belittling yourself. You start saying, oh, I'll never be good enough, stuff like that, right? This is all effects of the sites, man. And it can really destroy you if you let it. So give thought to what I've said in this video. This was a very powerful message, you guys. If you guys took anything valuable or learned something new today, make sure to drop a like for me down below. Be interactive with me down below in the comment section. Let me know what you guys are struggling with. Let me know if you guys have any questions for me. I'd love to hear back from you guys. Share this video with a friend who may need it. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I'll catch you in the next one, and I'm out.